Well, is your church finally getting on social media and you don't know where to start? You don't know what platforms you actually even need to be on. You don't know what a content strategy looks like. You don't even know how to get more reach on social media. Well, in this video, I'm going to be answering those 3 questions. What social media platforms should you be focusing on as a church? What does a content strategy look like for a church? What does it even look like with posting videos and sermons? What does that even look like? And how can churches increase their reach on social media? And then stay tuned to the end because I'm going to be sharing a very special YouTube hack that could get you hundreds of views within a few weeks, and it's something that not many people are talking about right now. So we're going to be talking about all that in this video, but first, let me know, what social media platforms is your church on right now? Is it Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, all of these things? Cassidy Ball says, I like your lighting, looks like a sunrise. Thank you. I like the sunrise. Let's see. We got a lot of thumbs up in the comments. Great. Yeah, let me know where you're watching from and let me know those social media platforms that you're on. I'm very excited about this. Now, you might be thinking, whoa, who is this kid and why is he telling me about social media? I could go to somebody else. Well, my name is Evan DiDio. I'm here to bring you some tips and tools for churches, in particular tools today, and some tips on social media because we need to be getting out there and we need to be actually spreading the word through social media. You know, it is the next form of evangelism, in my opinion. And I'm going to go ahead and share you a statistic with you, okay? Are you ready for this? More than half the world's population is on some kind of a social media platform right now. And that's only going to keep growing. And, a lot of people talk about we need to be on a mission trip to Africa. And, all of that's great and all, and we need to be going to Africa. We need to be going to these places where the word's not being preached a lot. But right now, my pastor in particular is preaching in probably more than 20 different countries, and he's still in the house right now. But right now, he is being viewed around 4,000 times on the YouTube channel. The whole YouTube channel gets around 4,000 to 5,000 views per hour with just messages, sermons. And that's what you can be doing too. So more than half the world's population is on social media. More than 2 billion monthly logged in active users on YouTube every month. More than 2 billion people, I hit the mic, more than 2 billion people are on YouTube every single month logged in, not counting the people that aren't logged in. So there is definitely opportunity for social media, and we need to be out there. We need to be evangelizing. We need to be treating this as if we're going to Africa. And here's the thing, it doesn't cost very much. And you might be thinking, well, that social media stuff is of the devil. Well, I would have to agree with you. Who made it that way? Whose fault is it that Facebook is full of terrible stuff? Whose fault is that? And don't you go blaming it on, I don't even remember I can't remember his name right now. Whoever owns Facebook, don't you go blaming it on them. No, it's the church's fault. It's the church's fault it's like this. So we need to be getting on here. And here's the first question. What social media platforms should churches be focusing on the most? What social media platforms should churches be focusing on the most? And a few that come to your mind are probably Instagram or Facebook or YouTube or Twitter. But I'm going to go ahead and break down with you my preferences on a good social media platform layout, okay? And this is what I've recommended for my church, which we've started doing and seen exponential growth. For several other churches, some churches in the UK that are now starting to really, really grow on YouTube, and it's amazing. I'm not going to start saying any names because I don't want to cause growth on them. I want them to get some organic growth like that. Maybe in a little while I'll get to interview with them and stuff. But we need what social media platforms should churches be focusing on the most? We've got some hands up in the sky emojis. Kathy Little's watching from New London. She's saying amen too. Come on, somebody, put an amen in the comments. We need to be evangelizing. So what I would say, here's my recommendation for your church. And again, we're going to be talking more about a content strategy here in a minute. But what I would say is, and a lot of people live stream to Facebook their worship services or church services, whatever you want to call it. A lot of them, live stream to Facebook, and that's great. And that's pretty much all they do. Maybe they post every once in a while on Instagram. But my recommendation, Facebook is a really, really populated platform that's really hard to break through on, and Facebook exaggerates the numbers to make you want to keep posting on their platform. And that's, Facebook isn't a bad platform. People are having great growth on Facebook, and you might be thinking to yourself, well, YouTube's oversaturated. I can't stand on YouTube. And people say the best time to start on YouTube was 5 years ago, and I have to agree, or 10 years ago. I have to agree with you on that. But you know what the second best time to start on YouTube is? Right now. Right now, we need to start on YouTube. And YouTube I recommend this because YouTube is based on longer form content. So if you have a message that's an hour long or 30 minutes long, it's better to have that on YouTube because the longer people are watching, the more YouTube is going to promote that video to other people. So that's very, very helpful there to know that, because then you can focus on Facebook for shorter videos. Maybe some quick motivation or inspiration or tips or, Bible verse of the day, and then maybe you can post once a day or once every other day. That would probably be a good posting schedule on Facebook, and maybe something similar on Instagram. Although Instagram, you've got stories, you've got Instagram Reels coming out now. There's a lot to take in, and Instagram and Facebook are those things that you need to be posting a lot on, but YouTube is once or twice a week, and I want you to stick to that. One time, or go live once a week, or go live twice a week, or even post videos. And we'll be talking about that YouTube hack at the end of this video. But I want you to post at least once a week with that longer form content. And then what you can do is you can take those live streams that you streamed from your services, and maybe there was a spot in there that some people were like, man, that part was good. I'm going to go back and listen to that part over and over again. That could be 5 minutes. It could be 10 minutes. I want you to take that out. Not necessarily out, but copy it out of that video, which you can download the video from YouTube. Once you stream it, you can download it and edit it. And then you take that out and you can post that on Facebook and you can post that on YouTube. And that's an extra piece of content that's getting you more traction, more views, and more subscribers. Is this kind of making sense to you? Come on, somebody put some amens in the comments if this is making some sense for a social media strategy. I've already started going into the content strategy. Well, let's see. What does a content strategy look like for a church? There we go. So that's kind of what we're talking about here. So we're posting regularly on YouTube, at least once or twice a week at the same time. At least. I mean, if you can post more than that, I don't want you to think you can post 5 times a week. I'm gonna post 5 times a week. That is so much harder than you might think it is. You might be gun-ho for that. But start with something simple. Start with once a week. Maybe you can't even do once a week. Maybe you'd have to do once a month. But if you're streaming, that makes it a lot easier to do it. Once a week at least, like maybe Sunday morning. Maybe you have church services on Sunday nights. Maybe you have church services on Wednesday nights. So maybe you can stream 3 times a week. And then you can take a video from each of those, at least a video at least. And it doesn't take a lot to edit that out, and you don't have to do a lot to it. Maybe put some music in the background or something with a simple editing software and post it. And it doesn't have to be crazy. It doesn't have to be a whole lot. That's just one of the simple ways that you can start working on that. And I want to show you what my pastor's YouTube channel is starting to look like over here. So you'll see in that top left, this was a stream we did just the other day, 14,000 views. The one to the right of it, 64,000 views. Now note, we are talking about some polarizing issues, some stuff that's going on in the world today, in America especially with the election that's coming up, but we're able to use that. Look at the bottom right. That interview with Brother Mario Murillo, a fantastic man of God, 713,000 views. Now, that's probably gone up since I took this screenshot about 20 minutes ago. It's probably gone up, and that was just 1 month ago. That's 1 month ago. And we are streaming twice a week, and then maybe we're posting an extra video on Tuesday, if that makes sense. So we're looking at this. The one above that bottom right, the one above the bottom right Mario Murillo one, there's another one. What is next for America? 150,000 views. If you go to closer to the middle of the bottom, the interview with Jeremiah Johnson, and you might think, well, that's just because you're interviewing these men of God who already have a big social media following. Not all of them do have a huge social media following. Now, let's say Brother Lou Engle in the middle right area over there in the blue shirt. He doesn't have a huge social media following. He's got a pretty big one, but not 217,000 people that are looking that up. That's just people that are looking up things about our president and everything else, that the SEO in that video. That's how crazy this is. And that is literally, I like how my pastor mentioned this, that can change an election. I mean, think about that. I'm not saying I'm not on any political issues right now. Don't you go trolling in the comments. But that we could literally shift America with this amount of viewership and subscribership. That's how powerful this is. So, how can churches increase their reach on social media? And I have a simple but very effective hack for you. Our church really started to take off when a few months ago, I think at the beginning of the year, I did a little social media talk for the whole church, almost just like this, just a little more in detail about our channel in particular and the importance of it. But I told the congregation about the importance of them sharing. And this is something you can do. You can steal the message from me. It's okay. It's okay. But let me. This was the analogy I gave to them. When you watch a video, you're sowing a seed. The Bible says, "You sow, you're gonna reap." You sow a seed. You sow a seed of, like, you view something, then you're gonna reap something. And this is how it works on social media. Once you watch the whole video, tell your congregation that it helps. I mean, it blew our congregation's mind when we told them that whenever you watch through the whole message again, it boosts that video to see even more people and the message to reach more people. And once we did that, I mean, we have a small congregation, about 50, 70, 80 people on a regular Sunday morning. I don't even know how many. Tara DiDio says, you're so right. When we told them that, they said, really? I mean, us as church leaders think, well, that's a given. Well, it's not for everything. Not everybody knows that, okay? Not everybody knows that whenever you like a video, by the way, go ahead and like this video. Whenever you share a video, go ahead and share this video. Whenever you share a video, they don't know that that's helping. I mean, sometimes they do it because they want their following to see it, but they don't realize that they are pushing that video to see more people, not just the people in their sphere, but other people outside of that otherwise would have been unreachable. People that, you're not going out on the streets and finding these people. They live in Canada somewhere. You never would have even met them. I don't know why I use Canada. You never even would have met them if it hadn't been for them sharing it. And then there are so many messages that are coming in. I mean, thousands of comments on each video that are saying, thank you so much for this interview, or thank you so much for preaching this. And don't compromise the truth. Some people think we need to water down the word a little bit so people can understand it and it's easier to understand. Don't do that. No, there's too much of that right now. The mega church has started to do that, and it's given us the opportunity to stand out and be different on social media. So the mega church has a fault there. The day of the mega ministry is over. I mean, yes, there will be big sanctuaries and there will be lots of people gathering, but you don't need that. We're just a small country church, 50-something people that almost have 100,000 subscribers now. You don't need to have a mega ministry to have a mega impact. In the last month, we've had more than 2 million views. There's a guitar in here that's resonating with my voice. Are you resonating with my voice right now? In the last 28 days, we've had more than 2 million views. I would say almost more than 3 million. That's how. It's the mandolin. There's a mandolin on the wall. Are you resonating? But let me know in the comments if you're resonating with me right now. Kathy Little said, it is time to sow some seeds. Yes, it is. Yep, let's be different. Cassidy Ball says, let's be different. So tell your congregation that when they share, they are helping to push that message to someone else that needs it. They are helping to get that to someone else. Now, there are things that I want you to work on, such as creating thumbnails. Look at the thumbnail for this video. Whenever you're searching for something on YouTube, before you click on a video, stop and say, why did I choose this video? And look at the thumbnail. Like, here was the thumbnail of today's video. At least it might have changed by the time you see it. And there's a little countdown thing in the bottom left. But other than that, social media platforms, there's a lot that went into this thumbnail. There's a lot. And you don't want it to be very wordy. You just want it to be very appealing to the eye. That's just a quick little simple thing. Have you on the thumbnail. Have eyes on the thumbnail. People connect with eyes a lot. And I want to show you a little bit more of the back end of YouTube. But first, let me know what you think about this so far in the comments. Let me know if you're ready to tell your congregation about this, first of all. And if you're ready to make a difference on social media. Now, here is the back end of this video, okay? What social media platform should your church be on in 2021? Well, it's not just 2021. This is 2020, 2022, whenever you might be watching this. But down here are some tags. I want you to put in these tags, fill it in as much as possible. Now, I was running low on time, so I only have 423 tags so far, but I will go back in and look at this. Social media. Social media. Social media for churches. Social platform. Church social media. Best social media for church. I mean, I'm filling this in with things that people are actually searching for. And that, basically, you're not going to get views if you're not creating videos that people are actually searching for. You could say The Courage of the Lion. That could be the title of your, or you could have some really amazing title for your sermon. But if no one's looking for it, then no one's going to see it. I mean, yeah, it sounds cool, but people aren't searching for I mean, maybe they are. I don't know. But a little trick I use is something called vidIQ. vidIQ is a keyword inspector. I'm not sure where the link's at, but it helps me. You see this little icon next to it? I can pull that up, and it tells me how many searches it gets a month. So Instagram gets about 4,200,000 searches a month, but it has a lot of competition. So that might not be the best one to go after, but Instagram Reels. I'm actually going to add that right now because why not? Instagram Reels doesn't have much competition, but has more than 1 million searches a month. And I'm going to click save, and boom. So I want you to fill out your title. I want you to create your thumbnail. I want you to fill out your description with links, and feel free to talk about that video. Spend at least 600 characters talking about the video. Do a question of the day. This is big. It gets people to engage, and when they comment, it pushes the video forward more. Are you taking notes? Come on, somebody. Use a few hashtags in here. Probably not more than 5 or 10, because then YouTube thinks it's spam and doesn't promote it, but use a few hashtags. Put in your tags. This is just a simple list. Put it in some playlists. Create some playlists. Put some end screens on it. Put some cards on it. Do all of that stuff and watch everything slowly. And it's like a train, okay? Ever seen a train start to take off? And it might take it a few months, a few years to start kicking up. But once you keep doing the right stuff consistently, then you're going to start to see that progression, and it's going to start going somewhere. All right, now I want to show you a special YouTube hack that could get you hundreds of views. And this is brand new. Not many people are talking about this because it's that new. All right, let me get a sip of water real fast. Yeah, I like that. I like this cup. There we go. Are you getting value out of this? Let me know in the comments. Let me see how the comments over here are doing. Yeah, let's see here. Resonating. Everybody's resonating. Nice. So what is this special YouTube hack that could get you hundreds of views? First of all, thank you so much for watching this far. If you watched this far, then I like you very much. You're an awesome person. It shows me that you're serious about this and that you're ready to start taking action. So here's something that you can start taking action on. This is a brand spanking new YouTube thing that they've started implementing. It's called YouTube Shorts. Maybe you've heard about this. Most likely you haven't. So basically, if you're looking on a phone, if you've got YouTube pulled up on a phone, you know, it's right here. If you scroll down a little bit, you're going to have this carousel of something called YouTube Stories and Short Videos. And YouTube is just starting to promote that. They're just starting to really push that to a lot of different people. I mean, a lot of different people. And people are getting hundreds of views. New channels are starting to do this, and they're getting hundreds of views. So here's how you do it. So first of all, it needs to be a vertical video, which some of you wouldn't even thought, like, wait, YouTube, I would have put vertical video on there. What is vertical video? Okay, so vertical video is up and down video. So it fills up your screen like this. Normal, what you should be doing is horizontal. But for YouTube Shorts, it has to be vertical, okay? So it has to be vertical. It has to be less than 60 seconds. So no more than 59 seconds, I would say. No more than that. And because it adds, I think YouTube adds a second or something, so you don't want to go over 59 seconds. And then you have to include hashtag shorts in the title or description, okay? You want to include hashtag shorts in the title or the description. That way, YouTube links it to those videos. Jew and Greek is watching. What's up, Jew and Greek? Mr. Saunders, he's got a this emoji. I wonder what that means. So YouTube Shorts is brand new, and I guarantee. I feel like a salesman. I can't guarantee. I'm experimenting with it myself. We're gonna start doing it on my pastor's channel. Just see if that kind of even starts going further than the videos we've been doing with hundreds of thousands of views, and we'll see what happens. But start experimenting with that, because a lot of people, when they first get on YouTube, and this is what you should be doing, long form content. But then these shorts kind of change it up a little bit. Maybe you answer a question in less than 60 seconds. And you post that, and people who are asking that question on social media find your video, and you answer it in less than 60 seconds. How much value does that bring to them? That says, I want to subscribe to this person. I want to keep watching, because they gave that to me for free in under a minute. And that's the power of that. And don't just think about it has to be under a minute, maybe under 5 minutes, maybe under 10 minutes. That won't work for the YouTube Shorts, but it's still helpful and valuable. Like this video, I'm giving this out for free. This is stuff that I have paid lots of money to learn. Evan talking about his shorts. No, I don't like shorts. I'm not a I'm not a shorts guy. I'm not a shorts guy. I got really hairy really hairy legs. So I'm Italian, so it, us Italians got to stick together. What was that? YouTube Shorts. Not my shorts. Thank you. That got me a little off there. Caught me off guard. So I want you to start working on that. So let's go ahead and recap kind of what we've been talking about. So what social media platforms should you be focusing on the most? So first of all, YouTube primarily. Then you've got Facebook to help back that up and to share links to YouTube on. And you've got a few short videos on Facebook, maybe some encouraging stuff. And then you've got Instagram where you do stories. Maybe that's kind of like your vlog Instagram type thing where as a pastor, you're talking to your audience a little bit more. And you're just, you're just like, hey guys, I just had a cup of coffee. Maybe that's your Instagram. I don't know. Maybe that's what that would be. And then I don't know about Twitter. I've never been a big fan of Twitter. I feel like that's going downhill a little bit. But maybe you can be on Twitter. And if you can be, that's awesome. It's very awesome. But what does the content strategy look like for a church? So that would look like streaming long-form content on YouTube. Of course, and you can trim videos on YouTube, by the way. Just YouTube that. Like, look that up on YouTube. You can actually go in and trim a video in YouTube. So maybe you streamed and you had like a 10-minute countdown. Go in and cut that out. Cut it out. Let's say, what's up, Renacer NJ/Reborn Church in New Jersey. Hope this helps you. I think you speak Spanish, so that's very cool. I hope that this video helps you with your social media. But so go in and post that short form. Take a clip out of that after you trim the countdown out, like I did with this video. And you take that out and you post it on YouTube. It's maybe 10 minutes long, maybe 15 minutes long, maybe even 30 minutes. Maybe it was a really good point. It's 30 minutes long. And you post that on YouTube. And then Facebook, number 2. Hey, yes, Renee, sir, I like what you're doing there. YouTube, number 1. So everybody put YouTube 1 in the comments, all right? Put YouTube 1 in the comments. Facebook 2. And then put Facebook 2 in the comments. All right, you got that? And then put Instagram 3. All right, Instagram 3. I don't know what's going to happen with TikTok. We'll keep watching that over the next few months. We'll keep seeing what happens with that. But maybe somebody will buy it and we'll get to use it in America. And maybe that'll be a huge thing that churches can start using. I'll talk about that later. Subscribe to the channel for that. So that's kind of what that social media content strategy would look like. Again, posting short, encouraging things on Facebook and Instagram. How can churches increase their reach on social media? Simple but effective hack. Tell your congregation that when they share a video, that when they like it, that when they watch all the way through, that when they comment, they are pushing that video forward. They are making sure that video reaches someone else that needs to hear it. Tell your congregation that. It will revolutionize your social media. And then finally, try out the shorts. Now, I'm not saying try on the shorts. See how they fit you. See how the shorts fit you. I'm not saying that's going to get you hundreds of views, but it's worth a try, right? I mean, YouTube's experimenting, and that's always a fun time when YouTube is experimenting. So that's just a few things that I think will help you in your walk. I hope that this video helped answer some questions. If it didn't, let me know in the comments. Actually, let's maybe do a short Q&A if we have some time. If you have questions about social media, go ahead and put them in the comments section of this video, and be sure to subscribe to the channel. I feel like this is more where the channel's going, like lighting, video, and social media. So let me know if you have any questions, any at all, dealing with social media for churches, maybe for youth groups. This is something you can start doing that can really start changing your church's ministry and your church's outreach. Us as a ministry at ECC are starting to focus more towards an online audience. We have people in the room, but we're focusing on the camera more because there's more people watching through that lens than are even in the room. So, and we need to start being able to steward that well, Because if God's given us lots of views, we need to be able to use that for the kingdom and advance the kingdom. And it's not about becoming popular. If you're in this to get popular, then you're not in the right place. It's about spreading the gospel. And that's what this is all about. But thank you so much for watching today. I hope that this video helped you along your walk with social media. Again, if you have questions, let me know in the comments section of this video, and let me know where you're watching from. Go ahead and like this video and share it with your team, share it with your congregation. I think that it will help out with everything that's going on. Maybe not share it with your congregation, but with your volunteer team or your paid team, share it with them so everyone can start seeing how they can help their social media. Any questions? There's like a 40-second delay, so I don't know if you have any questions or not, but was this worthwhile, or does this help with your social media? Because I mean, the reach that's been going on with all these videos is exponential, and it keeps growing. We're about to cross 100,000 subscribers. I felt a little bit Canadian there. Subscribers. I've been working on my accent there. In YouTube, you recommend separate the message with the worship or put it... Oh, that's a good question. So should we separate the worship, like the music, from the message? That's a really good question. Thank you, Renee Sir. I think Renee Sir. Yeah, Renee Sir NJ of Reborn Church in New Jersey. I would say keep that separate, because, and think about it like whenever you look for a video on YouTube and you search that, like, how can churches grow on YouTube? And you go to a video. Do you want to see 30 minutes of a band you've never heard before? Maybe it's good music. Maybe it sounds good. But this is one way you can stand out from the bigger churches that are out there. They're not focusing as much on the content as they are the worship necessarily, because worship is a big thing. And I like worship. I like praise and worship music. I'm a musician myself. But especially if it's not the best audio quality, I would say, if anything, record that. And maybe even you could stream it and cut it out later, because you can download it from YouTube after you stream it, and then in YouTube cut it. But I would say go without the worship and just go straight to the message, because people judge a book by its cover. So if they click on it and if it's immediately not answering their question, they might just get out of town, if you know what I mean. So, and maybe what you could do is you could stream the whole service, and call it Sunday morning service, blah, 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 although I wouldn't recommend doing that, and then taking out the full message and posting it later. You could do that, I guess. I wouldn't recommend it, though. I wouldn't recommend doing that. But that is a great question, Renee, sir. Great question. That's something that we've thought about a lot lately, too, but probably just something that we'll end up cutting out. But hopefully that helped. Any other questions at all? I'm checking out the video on my phone. It's not looking bad. I'm trying out different setups and stuff, so I'm glad it's working today. Gracias. De nada. Thank you for your question. Thank you very much for your question. What else? What am I missing? Anything? Is there any other questions? Is there any other questions that I can go ahead and quickly answer, because I don't have a ton of time? Perfect. Love it, brother. Thank you, Renee, sir. Thanks, man. It's great to have you on here. Great to see you on here. I feel like you're already a part of the family, part of the YouTube family already. And I'm glad that helped you, helped to answer your question. I'll probably come out with a blog later, so if you want to go to encountertoday.com, that's my church's YouTube, church's Facebook. It's been a long day. This isn't my first show of the day. I went on the trading post this morning. I've talked about that in my blog, but you can go to evandadio.com. I almost forgot my name. evandadio.com. Check it out in like maybe a week or so. Hopefully I'll come out with a blog later and attach this video and talk about this social media stuff, so that we all have a place where it's written down and maybe you can copy paste and that kind of stuff. But I'm just trying to make it as easy as possible for you, and maybe I can come out with a course later specifically on that, so maybe that will help. I like your logo, Renee, sir. That's a cool looking logo, because it almost looks like a plane, or like it's flying, but it's a cross too, so it's very cool. Which camera do you recommend, a DSLR or another one? I like this. So, do you mean for live streaming or for recording videos? Right now for live streaming, I'm using the Sony a6400 with the Sigma 1.4 16mm lens. That might not make much sense to you, but if you look it up, Sony a6400, it's a great camera. Not the best camera. For $800, $900, I think, is the camera body, and then with the lens, it ended up being probably $1,200, and then for live streaming, that's another whole deal, because then you need a good laptop and you need good cameras and good cables and that kind of stuff. So but yeah, I recommend the Sony a6400 just because I don't have a lot of other cameras. They say for live streaming, like for their live streaming. Let me see. Can I click on? I can't click on your video for some reason. Can I go to your channel from here? I can't go to your channel from here. Let me see. Let me put your channel so I can look it up real fast. Let me see in the search bar, paste. And there you are. Let's see here. Oh, look at this. 408 subscribers. Think about how awesome that is. Let's see here. This was streamed 1 day ago. Let's open this up. Let me put my earbuds on so I can actually hear it. And I'll let y'all see it so you can. They are open to recommendations. Let's see. Look at that logo. Y'all probably can't hear it, but this is looking, and this is a stream. Let's see here. So I would recommend cutting this beginning part out. And here comes the worship. Let's see. Wow, multiple camera angles. Let's see. And you've got text. This is very cool. You've got a nice setup going on here. Oh, and then that is very cool. So you're kind of like in another studio, which is very, very cool. I like what you're doing here, and you're posting 1 week ago. Wow, you're posting several times. So you've got the content strategy down. Let's see here. Live streaming. You're doing some good live streamings. So yeah, I use the Sony a6400. And are you the pastor? Are you the pastor of the church, or are you like a part of the team? Let me know in the comments. I would recommend the Sony a6400, although you've already got a nice multicam setup. Now maybe the worship was pre-recorded. I'm not sure, because I mean this is great. Like you switch from kind of the whole congregation to the studio, which is very cool. Yep. Oh, y'all can't see it. Let's see. So it looks like that was a was that pre-recorded, that worship service? Why isn't my vidIQ popping up? Ah, there it is. Okay. Let's see. So yeah, start putting those tags in there. Start updating the titles maybe with what you're talking about. Now, I don't speak fluent Spanish. You are the pastor. Nice. Great to see you. So I don't speak fluent Spanish. I don't know what the video is about necessarily, and that's okay. I don't want you to just focus on English speakers. I want you to keep focusing on Hispanic speakers, because that's something that a lot of people need. You know, a lot of people that speak Spanish, they need that. So, but yeah, like if you're looking for your home studio, this is what I use, the Sony a6400. And then I have some budget $60 lights, which I did a video on, that work really well. Although you've got some pretty good lighting over here. I mean, it's looking pretty good. I mean, you've got your logo bottom left. I mean, it's looking really good, and the audio is awesome too. And you're reading comments. Yeah, so that's a huge thing. That's a huge thing. So you're reading the comments. You're reading. That was completely live. Oh, wow. Dude, that's awesome. You've got a big setup going on up there. That's really cool. In New Jersey, right? In New Jersey. And you've got your description filled out. That's very cool. So yeah, reading comments is huge. And focus on that, like being able to read people's comments, and if they ask a question, answer it. Just like what I'm doing now. Actually, I'm doing the exact same thing that you'd be doing to them. And if you go to Encounter Today, my pastor's YouTube channel, and you see how he does, go to recent live streams or whatever, see how he responds. Now, actually, let me see. Let me pull up that screenshot. So I would say, let's see, which one was it? Like the Supreme Court prophetic alert, Awake Deborah. Go and check that one out, because he doesn't respond to a lot of comments, because that is a live church service. That is live. He's on the podium. You use vMix. That's exactly what I'm using too. vMix is a great, it's a great thing to use, and it looks like you've got a good computer that can handle it too. But yeah, really, really focus on that connection with the audience because it's huge. It is huge. Calling out their name, praying with them on the spot. I mean, if they need prayer, why not, right? And we did that the other Wednesday night. Let's see, which one was it? It was, let's see, where did it go? Oh yeah, Dangerous Opportunities Ahead. So that's the one you need to watch. Dangerous Opportunities Ahead. It's in the, go over to the right. It's on the top, second from the left. Excuse me, second from the right. It's called Dangerous Opportunities Ahead, Prophetic Alert, 19,000 views. That's just from his office, live streaming, and watch what happens when he starts praying for people. It goes crazy. Yeah, you say you get it. It goes crazy. People start, well, I need prayer for my liver. I need a new liver. I need prayer for this. I need prayer for my family. I need prayer for this and this. And it starts going crazy with people that need prayer for that kind of stuff. So that, I say that connection is very, very important. And actually, I might even keep this in the video. I'm gonna actually keep this in the video because this is some bad information, right? This is stuff that works. Let me see. Let me actually pull up. Here's another little hack. Let me go to Encounter Today. Let's see. It's taking its own sweet time. You know how that is, though. Let's go to Encounter Today. Not most viewed. Encounter Today. Again, vidIQ is something that I use. It's very helpful. Let's see. Dangerous Opportunities. Let's see if I did it here. Oh yeah, that's actually just whenever somebody said they needed a new liver. So look at the comments. Let's see. I didn't pin it. Oh, let's go back. Let's see. Let me bring it back over to me while I do this. So what we do whenever we're going live or we do a video like that is we will comment something as Encounter Today. So let me show you this. And we pin it to the top right here. Thank you for tuning in. Let us know where you are watching from and what is your favorite point from this session. Let us know. So there are replies, and sometimes there are like hundreds of replies. It's crazy. And we pin it. So the way to pin it is you click those. Well, I'm not signed in as an account. Okay. But you would click those three and click pin. Are you sure you want to pin it? Yes. And then it pins it. And so everyone that clicks on this video, if they scroll down to the comments section, they see this and they answer it. And that really helps with engagement and getting people to start talking more. Thank you for this video. Oh, of course. Yes. Anything I can do to help. I love to help, especially churches get the gospel out there even further. I probably have to go. We got some family coming over here in just a few minutes, but thank you all so much for joining me today. I'm using vMix right now too, and I have just the HD version. I need to go drink more water. Well, that's it for today, y'all, I think, unless some other questions come in. But yeah, that video's your channel's looking great, man. Keep up the good work. And keep working hard at that and spreading the gospel. And remember to tell your congregation about how much of a difference it makes whenever they share. I think that would be huge, and that you would just see everything really start to take off. But that's it, y'all. Thank you so much for watching this video. Hit that like button if you liked it. Smash it if you really liked it. And be sure to share this video on Facebook with, just share it on Facebook. How many churches do you know? Personally, how many churches do you know that need help with social media? Every single one of them. So share this video with them. I'm here to help too, so if you have any questions, let me know in the comments, especially since I'm almost glad this isn't a huge channel, because otherwise, I'd be getting so many questions, I don't know what I'd be able to answer them all. So I can answer all the questions now. So I at least know someone who can answer it. So let me know in the comments if you have questions, but thank you so much for watching. That's it, y'all. I will see you. Yes, hallelujah, glory. See ya. I'll see you on the next video. Peace. Peace.